The former Gala Bingo Hall, originally the Regent Cinema, is being restored to its former glory by a team of volunteers to open again as the Regent Cinema, run by Leven Community Cinema. Lots of hard work has gone into this project to bring back its original Art Deco features. I spoke to Frank Walker, chairman of the Leven Community Cinema, and asked him all about this project.
After a survey that was conducted down Leven High Street by Leven Community Council, an overwhelming situation was that the town was missing a cinema. Leven Community Council took that back to the Leven Community Council, and after that set up a group called Leven Community Cinema, where we started showing films in our local church halls, which we've been doing for the last 12 months. After the 12 months running in the cinemas, we found that we maybe weren't targeting the people that we should have been targeting. And the building of the Gala Bingo was boarded up, and we saw an opportunity there to try and lease the building. After some time and an agreement with the new owner, we were able to lease the building for 12 months with the prospect of buying after 12 months. And that's where we are at this time, regenerating the building hopefully back to the old cinema style, to the best of our ability with the money available and all the help. And the town at the moment is buzzing. I mean, everybody in Leven at the moment seems to, everywhere you talk about is, when's the cinema opening, when's the cinema opening? And yes, the town is buzzing, and just hopefully that the people in Leven and surrounding areas will use the cinema. When we open our doors on the 13th of March, we will show on the Saturday and the Sunday 7 showings of films at that particular time. Then on afterwards, because we are a small group of volunteers, to have the building open 7 days a week with 10 volunteers is a task that, I mean, it's not going to happen until we were able to seek more volunteers. So we are actively trying to seek more volunteers to allow us to run the building probably 5 days a week. At the moment, we've secured the films with 2 film suppliers at the moment. It's quite a heavy financial burden, and to take more on board at this particular time is just not feasible. But we are actively seeking at least another 2 into the first month of being open. At the moment, our first showings of the 7 films will be approximately 3 weeks old, which is quite good for us at that particular time, to be honest. Our goal is to get obviously brand new films at the time, but that will depend on bums on seats, to be honest. If people give us support that we are really due, then there will be no reason why we can't bring up-to-date films to Leven.
I also spoke to Sandra McQueen, chairperson of the Leven Community Council, and I asked her for her views on this project.
I was newly appointed as the chair of Leven Community Cinema, and I really felt that we needed to have a really good community project. So what we did was we actually went up onto Leven High Street one Saturday and did a survey and asked people what they liked about Leven, what they didn't like, what was missing, and what came through all the time was a cinema. So I took it back to the community council and said, you know, is there any way we can provide a cinema? And I knew that Collinsborough were doing a monthly cinema showing. So to cut a long story short, we got in touch with Collinsborough. They told us how they got started, and then we started in a very small way with borrowed equipment and shown movies once a month in church halls. And then we've done that for about a year, and now we're into this project now. The only way we can kind of monitor it is people who come and speak to you about it, and certainly lots of people know about it. And on Facebook we now have about 500 hits, which are people who've shown support for the cinema and who're telling stories about they remember when they came to the cinema, or they're saying thank goodness we don't have to get the bus to Dunfermline anymore, and it's going to be great having somewhere to go locally. So we hope that it does. I mean, obviously we've done all the work to give the people of Levenmouth what they wanted, and now it's up to them to show their support by coming and putting their bums on the seats in here, you know, and actually using it.
Gavin Alston is the treasurer of the Levenmouth Community Cinema Project, and asked him all about his involvement with the project.
Really, it was just a bunch of people who know each other socially. Quite a few of us got together when we heard the group were looking for volunteers and people to help out. I love cinema, I always have done. Although I never thought I would be able to ever look at the technical side of things. This is quite an eye-opening experience. In the past year, we've been running once a month. It's still kept me quite busy, you know, quite a few hours during the week. But I see in the future, this is going to become quite a mammoth task. It's keeping on top of all these things that's going on. And the past year, as we've been running, the biggest joy is the Saturday afternoon children's matinee. The joy that you see in the children's faces. We just want the people of Leven to come and experience this and bring their children and really have a good fun day out.
Restoration of the theatre is just about complete, and it will only be a few more days before the cinema opens to the public and to be supported by the people of Levenmouth. The cinema is now operational, and the people of Levenmouth can now, after about 40 years, enjoy a night out at the pictures. The cinema is showing current release of films with professional projection equipment installed. The magic of the cinema experience is now back in Leven.